Okay, so let's finish 1.2 times 1.2, so we can figure out 1.2 squared, and we get 1.44. And then we know that 10 to the negative 4th to the 2, we multiply those two exponents, so that's going to become 10 to the negative 8. So we have 1.44 times 10 to the negative 8th, which is already in scientific notation, so we don't have to modify it. We're done. Okay, so now let's do part C. And part C is division. 2.4 times 10 to the 7th divided by 6 times 10 to the 2nd. So this is where you have to know that division is really a fraction, right? So when we rewrite this, we can rewrite this as 2.4 times 10 to the 7th over 6 times 10 to the 2nd. So now we can do it piece by piece. 2.4 divided by 6 gives us 0.4. You can use that on your calculator. 10 to the 7th over 10 to the 2nd, this is the quotient rule. We're going to subtract our exponents. 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. So we get 0.4 times 10 to the 5th. However, that's not in scientific notation, so we have to move that exponent. So it's going to become 0.4 is going to become 4. So we had to move our exponent. And since we had to move it to the right, okay, to the right, that's 4 times 10 to the negative 1. So now we have negative 1 and we have 5. And negative 1 plus 5 is 4. So our final answer is 4 times 10 to the 4th power. All right, so last example, example 4. This is where we're going to add and subtract scientific notation. So most importantly is to think about like terms. X plus x is 2x. X squared plus 3x squared is 4x squared. We're just combining like terms. So, however, if we're not in like terms, we have to make them like terms. So our first example is 2.3 times 10 to the 6 plus 5 times 10 to the 6. So notice we both have 10 to the 6. So we have like terms. So we've got 2.3 apples plus 5 apples, which is 7.3 apples. So 7.3 times 10 to the 6, which is in scientific notation, so we're done. Part B, though, on example 4, we have 5.4 times 10 to the 5th minus 4.7 times 10 to the 4th. This is a 5 exponent and this is a 4 exponent. These are not like terms, so we have to fix this. We want this 4 to become a 5. Okay, so we're going to change the 4 to a 5. But when we do that, it has a consequence, okay? Because remember, times 10 to the 4th means that we were going to move this decimal 4 times. If we move it 5 times instead, we need to move our decimal here so that way we still get the same number, okay? So we still have the same number. Now that we have exponents that are the same, we have like terms. So 5.4 apples minus 0.47 apples, 5.4 minus 4.47 in our calculator gives us 4.93. So we have 4.93 times 10 to the 3rd. Or sorry, 10 to the 5th, right? 10 to the 5th. All right, that's it. So you're going to go ahead and try 2 through 6 evens.